So from an analytical standpoint, when y'all going looking for properties, what are the things you're looking at? Is it school district? Is it the crime in the neighborhood? What are y'all looking at? Or is it just the property?
It,
Property and comps.
but it all depends to
If
what
it's
you're
a
trying to
flip or
accomplish, right?
tenants, right?
Hmm.
When it comes to really taking advantage of rental properties, cash flow, to be honest, right? You're gonna have get a bigger bang for your buck in an urban area. That's just the bottom line.
Hmm.
And what most people don't understand is that our neighborhoods never stay the same forever. Eventually, they change, and that's what happens.
How long
Like
does it take to turn? 10 to 20 years, or what's the time frame you
I
guys
want
are
to be
looking at?
honest with you, man. When I started in Patterson, my average rents were $900, right?
Mhm.
$900 for 3 bedrooms. We're almost at 2,000 now, and that's in a matter of 5 to 10 years,
Wow.
right? And when I first started, everybody was like, Patterson, oh, Patterson is this, Patterson is that, blah blah blah. Now, all the big developers from Hudson County, Bergen County, New York, they come into Patterson. So you gotta understand that when me and Lord of the Slums, Envy, all of us started, we were buying units, right? Let's say the price per unit was anywhere between 20 and 40,000. Now per unit in Patterson is about 150 to
20, yeah.
200,000 a unit.
And that's everywhere. Same with Detroit. When we was buying properties in Detroit, we were paying $15,000 for a
Yeah.
house. And at the time, we just sat there and just paid the taxes, cut the grass.
Yeah.
And a year and a half later, Dan Gilbert decided he wanted to build Detroit back up, built the downtown back up. Then you started seeing dog parks in the area. Then you started seeing older white ladies walking their dogs.
Starbucks and Whole Foods.
And then that Whole
Yeah.
Foods and
Yep.
Trader Joe's. And then you started seeing Starbucks. And then that house that we paid 10, 15,000 for sold for 250, 270.
Yeah.
And how long did that take?
Year and a half.
One of the most pivotal moments in I think Breakfast Club history when Dane was on.
Mhm.
And you've been an entrepreneur for a long time, but was that episode the catalyst for you being more visible about entrepreneurship?
No. Sometimes you just gotta let people talk. Sometimes you just gotta let people speak.
Mhm.
And Dame is one of those individuals that always talks about, don't talk about him if you don't necessarily know. And I
Mm.
feel the same. So sometimes you just let him talk and let him speak. Let him say what he has to say. At that time, I already owned the juice bar. I already owned properties and I already owned that. But I know what my job is. And on the Breakfast Club, and I'm sure you brothers know that when you're interviewing somebody, sometimes it's you let the people talk and let them speak.
Mhm.
I don't have to prove anything. I got 5 kids and all my 5 kids is good.
And can you stress the importance that it's okay to have a job while being an entrepreneur and not just going balls to the wall
I
and
mean,
hurting your family?
Dame doesn't think so, but everybody thinks differently. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I use the Breakfast Club as my catapult to talk about all my other businesses.
Mhm.
I don't need the Breakfast Club. I enjoy it. It's like barbershop talk. But I mean, where else can you go on a radio program and speak to millions of people and tell them about your juice bar? Tell them about your positivity water. Tell them about Caesar's book that he has coming out, or my book that I have coming out, or the real estate show that we have coming out on television, and all the other ventures and things that we're doing. Like, where else can you get that and be able to talk about my podcast and all that stuff? So for me, yeah, it's beneficial. Yeah, I'll now they have to drag me out of the Breakfast Club. Like they're gonna have to pull me out of that bitch. You know what I mean? I'm not leaving because
Yeah.
it's both ways. You know what I mean? I'm in the clubs, I do the shows, I do the parties, and I'm able to talk about everything that we're doing. You know what I mean? So that's the best thing about it. So I'll never
Love
leave
it.
that.